Hi, and welcome to another Partner Playbook. I'm Tonya Gentry, CSO with Big Red Media, MSP Success. And today I have one of my friends that we're talking to, Jeremy Young with Huntress. And Jeremy, your title, Community Growth Strategist. What's that mean?
That's a mouthful. You want to tell me what that means? Great to see you, Tonya. It's always nice to get to chat with you. Community growth strategist is what it means. First of all, is I'm on the community team. And second of all, this is my second stint at Huntress. So I was employee number 19. And as I was talking with Tracy and we were talking about coming back, we knew the second I got back into Slack that I was going to get put onto a bunch of special projects. So it's kind of an all-encompassing. I'm an overlay to a lot of things. I get my fingers in a lot of pots. And kind of lately, I'm like the chaos monkey at Netflix. I just go around and either break things and fix them or find things that are broken, try to fix them. And that's a lot of what my job is. Awesome.
Great. So, I always ask for those that are listening that don't know, anything about Huntress. Do you think there's anybody in the channel that doesn't know Huntress?
If there are still, it's hard for us as we go to so many events to think that there are MSPs out there that don't know all these names, but there are MSPs who have never been to any one of those events who I guarantee you don't know the name Huntress. So what Huntress does, we're a cybersecurity platform that is actually people driven. Everything we offer is managed by our 24/7 SOC, and that includes managed EDR, which is endpoint detection and response, managed ITDR, which is identity threat detection and response, managed SAT, which is security awareness training, and managed SIM, which is security information and event management, all managed by our 24/7 SOC.
Cool. Very cool. So community, right? That's in your title. Let's talk a little bit about, I know one of the things that falls into most of the vendors' community is their partner program. Tell us a little bit. So what are some of the keys to the Huntress partner program?
Something that I'm all about, I've always been all about. We call it at Huntress our neighborhood watch program. But what does that mean? It's our NFR program. So a lot of, in the security world and in software in general, a lot of people will try to get you to buy based on a demo, not even a trial. And when you're working with MSPs, IT practitioners who they not only need to use the tool, they need to use the tool for multiple customers. That's not good enough. Our approach is always try, never buy with just on a demo. So if you go to huntress.com/NFR, you can use the entire platform for free for internal use to see if it's a good fit for you and your business.
That's really cool. I would assume that you guys get a lot of those on a daily basis, right? When people are coming in for it.
Yep, it's a pretty steady stream, and it runs the gamut from people who of all shapes and sizes, but they want to keep their finger on the pulse. And I'll tell you, Tonya, so being employee number 19, and we're just, I think last week we reached over 500 employees. The scale and the speed with which our products are moving these days, it's incredible. So if you haven't looked at us lately, take advantage of that NFR program, the Neighborhood Watch program, to keep your finger on the pulse. Because even if we're missing a feature or something, if you're not using it, you won't know when we get there. So be sure to keep your eyes on us.
Very cool. So let's talk a little bit about, as an MSP, what do you look for in a partner? And then how is somebody successful with you guys?
There's a lot of things that make a good partnership. If partnership is a two-way street. So it's not just about a Burger King relationship of have it your way. We both need to have a mutual success plan. And a lot of the things that we bring to the table are allowing partners to shift that security expertise right. Get that off of your plate. Allow us to do that, because a lot of the partners we work with, their specialty is providing outsourced IT services. They're providing security services because these days you can't separate the two, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what they want their expertise to be. So what we want to do is take some of that off of their plate so they can focus on what they do best. But that means what makes it good to us is fully deploying and putting us out there. Because if you only put us on half of the endpoints, then we're leaving people exposed. And when something goes wrong, then there's finger pointing. No, if you're going to do it, do the whole thing. And so we want that to be a two-way street there. If we're going to take care of you from a security perspective, we need you to deploy us fully and help support us because we're giving our partners really good margins. And part of that is because they're going to do the tier one support. Because of course we believe their customers are their customers. We're never going to talk to their customers. So we need them to help support that and help. It's a joint effort to make sure the both of our brand names stay top notch.
Right. I remember when you guys first started coming to our events, this was way before 2020, maybe 2018, 2019, right? And you would do the hacking and all of that.
Hacking Windows demo and
Yeah, exactly. And I see on your shirt, shady by nature. That's awesome, right? So, talk to us a little bit about that. I mean, I think it's important. Our community comes to us to listen to what's going on in the partner program and all of that. But for someone like you guys, especially, what kind of things are happening? What kind of feedback are you getting from MSPs? What are you hearing? Like, just give us some information out there that we can share with our community on that.
Well, something that I'll bring your attention to, one of the 4 solutions we offer is ITDR. What does that mean? It's basically getting data from M365 and then doing detection and response on it. And this is the low-hanging fruit for attackers right now. We have approximately twice as many of our EDR agents out there in the wild as we do have managing identities. Call it like 3 million endpoints, call it 1.5 million identities. But 80% of our high and critical reports that we sent this year are from that identity service. So that's where attacker attention is right now. If you're not doing anything for M365 monitoring for detection and response, of course I want it to be Huntress, but whether you do Huntress or not, do something there that is just above and beyond the Microsoft generated alerts. Somebody needs to be keeping watch there because I can't go anywhere without having an MSP give me 1 to 5 examples of how an attacker was in one of their clients' environments, hanging out for some period of time, and the moment that a bank account or a wire transfer came up, oh, here's an email saying, by the way, can you please update the account number to this account number? And then once that wire goes, it's gone. It's not like a credit card transaction where they're going to reimburse you. If you wire it someplace, that's not reversible.
Yeah, you're not getting that back. Wow. What's coming down the pike for you guys for 2025? Can you share with us some things on the roadmap of what you guys are working on or things that we can expect?
We have so much. I just mentioned we were over 500 people. That means we have more people in product and product engineering than a lot of our competitors in the space have employees. So the roadmap is moving quicker these days. On the EDR side, we just released tamper prevention. On the console itself, we just released dark mode, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but for people who live on our PCs all day, dark mode is a long-awaited friendly feature. On ITDR, we have been doing M365 for a couple of years now. We're adding Google Workspace in there very shortly. SIM, it's so hard to keep up with. We're adding integrations at a clip of at least about 1 a month. The next ones on the horizon are Azure Event Hubs, Google Cloud. Google Workspace is the ITDR, and Amazon Web Services. On the security awareness training, I think we just added multi-language support. And we are starting to tie in. It's pretty cool. So our security awareness training tool, we've got creators of the content on there that used to work at South Park and are like Emmy award winning. So it's really cool stuff. And how that's getting tied into the platform right now is, so say you clicked on the wrong thing in an email, and instead of just saying, hey, you got phished, having the security awareness tool know that, because it's connected, we're also connected to M365, and it can follow up by sending the right training at the right time based on something they just fell for. So it's really turning it into kind of human posture management of making sure the humans that are involved in your business are not the lowest hanging fruit, that they're aware, and not just with like compliance checkbox, but actual engaging content that puts them in the seat of the hacker. We have these simulations that they get to go out and gather open source information, just like hackers do, to try to attack somebody. So it kind of flips the script, and it's much more engaging than the normal content.
Yeah, I know. For years, we've been doing security training, and not just here at TMT and Big Red Media, but even other places. And sometimes it can be very stagnant. And I think that's really cool that you guys are putting something out there that makes the everyday user that's not really thinking about, maybe it doesn't really even affect them if that wire goes out, right? Since they're not the business owner, or they're not maybe in the C-suite, but to be able to provide them the ability to start to see a little bit more on what the importance is of all of that. So it's really cool.
And oh my gosh, Tonya, they got me yesterday. So like
Did they?
I know this stuff, right? Like I live this stuff. They sent me one yesterday that was we still use G Suite, and so I was in my Gmail and it sent me a Google form to fill out that was a Huntress employee survey, which we do get. And I didn't take the time to read who it was from, and clicked the thing and put in my username, and they're like, "Hey, you almost got phished." I was so embarrassed. But and internally, but you shouldn't be, because everybody is susceptible, because these things are not the like, please send monies of 10 years ago. This is
Right.
They are really good spoofs that can get anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, that's crazy. That's amazing. So, go to the NFR program, right? What was that website again? If
It's just
they're not a client of yours?
huntress.com/NFR is the easiest way to get set up, free for internal use of the whole platform.
Very cool. Jeremy, thank you so much for being on here. As always, we appreciate your partnership, and we love when we get to talk. So thank you for being part of this with us.
I appreciate you, Tonya, and all that you guys do to help educate your consumers and customers and partners and get everybody that much more secure.
Awesome. And for all of the MSPs that are listening to this, we'll be back with more of the Partner Playbook, but definitely check out Huntress when you get a chance. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, Tonya.